Michael Glynn was born in the United States in 1948, came to Australia in 1971, and then came back in 1978, after which he settled here. In July 1979, he produced a small guide to Gay Sydney. 16 pages, A5, black and white, which basically listed groups, venues, and what's on in Gay Sydney. He called it the Sydney Star. People soon became familiar with this tall, good-looking American wandering around from venue to venue, taking photos and dropping off his publications, which he distributed for free. He also distributed them sitting at a small table in what was emerging as the heart of Gay Sydney. If he thought all this was the start of something profitable, he was wrong. He very soon came to the conclusion there was no money to be made from this gay community. But rather than give up, he started to focus on the other part of his agenda, which was to build and shape that gay community, and especially the gay male community. He wanted men to embrace their masculinity. He hated what he called the limp-wristed fairy image, drag and the opera queens. He wanted men to be men. In this, he was in fact swimming with the tide. A new gay image was already emerging during this period, imported from the USA. This was known as the clone look, because everybody looked the same. Short hair, moustache, gymmed bodies, tight shirts, jeans and work boots. Very masculine. As part of this, he saw the bars as central institutions. This is where these men would gather. At a time when much of the political movement was critical of these bars, he was a big supporter. He opposed Mardi Gras early on, but came around to the idea when it was decided to move it from June, when it celebrated the rise of gay liberation in the United States, to February, when the weather was more conducive to partying in the streets. If Michael preferred dancing and celebrating as an expression of this new gay identity, he also wanted a community that was prepared to stand up for itself.
He campaigned in his papers against police violence and the harassment of gay venues, which were prominent features of Sydney life at the time. He was one of the first to draw attention to the threat of AIDS, but he warned that we should not retreat from the community that we had been building, seeing it rather as a vehicle for community response to the threat that the disease represented. Sadly, it was AIDS that killed him. He died in 1996, leaving behind a community that was indeed taking shape the way he had intended.